What's up, guys? Kyle R. TruAx back once again in White Lightning for another edition of Golf TruAxioms. So, today, guys, thanks for joining me, by the way. Happy holidays. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and looking a little rough around the edges. I'm on vacay for about 5 days, so anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some recent reading that I've been doing on golf course architecture. It's one of the benefits, I think, of, in the off season, you really get a chance to catch up on some good literature. And so with that being said, I've read two books, The Anatomy of Golf Course Architecture by Doak and The Spirit of St. Andrews by Alistair McKenzie. You guys have probably heard of him and read him, maybe. But now I'm reading Dr. Herdzan's book, Golf Course Architecture, Design, and Renovation, I believe it's called. I can't remember quite exactly. And it, by the way, it's more like a textbook. I feel like I'm going back to school reading this thing. The thing's huge. Anyway, my golf true axiom of the day is stemming from these readings, in that I keep hearing or reading that these architects talk about catering to the majority of golfer that, or the golfer that majority oftentimes slices, the right-handed golfer, a left to right ball flight, and we need to really cater to that type of golfer. And in a sense, yes, I agree. I agree in the fact that as a golf course architect, you really need to take into consideration of all golfers and all ability levels. However, I can make the argument that if we were to design golf courses and cater to the golfer that slices, the golfer that slices all the time, we're going to create very monotonous golf courses, very monotonous and dull, boring golf holes. You need to have variety. Variety is the spice of life, and it is no more true than in golf course architecture. So, with that being said, I can make the argument that if we were to get away from placing hazards strictly on the left side of golf holes, or golf courses for that matter, we would create more interesting golf courses, more interesting golf holes. And I'll give you an example. There's a golf course where the 18th hole is a par 5, about 500 yards, has water all along the left side of the hole, all the way around up to the green. Now off the tee, you have to carry some of that water. So, with this being said, more often than not, it's going to cater to the majority of golfer that slices. And this should be fine and dandy. But I can make the argument that, given today's heightened knowledge on the ball flight laws, meaning if you swing left, you're going to more often than not have a ball that falls to the right. If you swing right, you're going to create a right to left ball flight. So, with that being said, TrackMan and all the 3D Doppler, all that stuff that is more prevalent in today's game, if on this particular hole, you get your random everyday golfer, slices way to the right. Okay, he's not in the penal hazard of the water, but he's in the trees. I can make the argument that more often than not, and I've seen this many, many times, I've done it myself, if you have a very penal hazard on the left side of the golf hole, more often than not, can I make the argument that the golfer is going to swing in a direction that is away from that penal hazard? Meaning, he's going to have a swing direction that goes to the right? And if this is the case, sorry, I almost blew a red light. If this is the case, if he swings out to the right, because he normally swings to the left and has an open club face, creating a left to right ball flight, he's not only going to miss it right, but he's going to miss way right. And, for that matter, if he does happen to close the club face and swing away from that penal hazard, he's going to create a right to left ball flight, and thus going into the water. So you can see the conundrum here. And that's why I have the problem with that design philosophy of cater to the everyday golfer, don't create as many hazards on the right side of holes. I feel in order to alleviate this problem, create courses that you're not going to find a majority of hazards on the left. Create variety, create different scenarios where you're going to have some central hazards, where you're going to have a more strategic aspect from the tee. You need to make the golfer think, do I need to play it left? Do I need to play it right? Can I play short? Do I want to take on a hazard that can go over the hazard? These are the things that I think will cater to that golfer that slices more often than not. It's going to create a more likability factor in that they're going to like the game more, and they're going to appreciate the game more, and they're not going to be in this state of flux where they're missing these fairways, tens and tens of yards away from the directed line of play. And so again, I just think with today's technology and knowing the ball flight laws, and also trying to cater to just one specific type of ball flight, I think you're going to create monotony on golf courses. You're going to create dull golf courses, dull golf holes. And so I don't want an architect to cop out to this design philosophy. I hope this makes sense. Please let me know what you guys think. I think it's a good topic to talk about. So with that being said, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think about this true axiom, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.